Hey, how you doing? It's Trader Joe's. I'm doing another video here on stupid thing that I bought. It's called a cold steel two-handed Katana Machete, and let's see, it comes in this really super protective sheath here, but it's let's see, gotta get the whole thing in there. It's a stupid kind of a thick, but let's see. It says two-handed Katana Machete. Let's see if this focuses in. Made in South Africa. Which is, I guess, the only positive thing with that is that that's where Chris Reeve came from. So, other than that, it's got nothing to do with him. It's a long type of machete type of a thing. I guess they're trying to go for a mock-up of a katana, and I guess that maybe this kind of a modified tanto or tanto tip maybe is what inspired them to call it that. I don't know. I've seen a couple of videos. There's a guy in Germany called Black Forest Ghost, and he did a review of it, and he did like some modifications to it as well. And that's kind of what inspired me to want to get it, just to see if I could do some of this stuff. But let's see, zoom out a little bit. I put that camera in so close. So, let me raise this up a little bit, and then this works. All right. Okay. Let me move it back. Try to get the whole thing in frame. It's kind of dumb. Alright. So, let's do a measurement here. It's stupid, man. I gotta get this a little higher up. Because I can't get any perspective with it. That should be alright. Alright, now. The blade length is 19 3/4 inches. Right, so from the tip of the tip to the heel, I guess the hand guard there is 19. Actually, this way it says 19 and a half. So it's 19 and a half. The overall length exactly 36 inches. Or 3 feet. Or to you people with the metric system, it's about 1 meter long total. Right? The handle is 16 and a half inches long. So it says it's a two-handed machete, and I mean, unless you have Arnold Schwartz, what's his name? Andre the Giant's hands. That's one hand. That's two hands. It's three hands. It's four hands. The handle's a little too long. I would say it's more than a two-handed thing. So I have an idea what I may do. I don't know. I got to see. It feels a little awkward in the hand, and I imagine that if you're swinging it, you could end up banging it into your leg or something like that, or it'd be kind of awkward in some type of brush scenarios. So what I may do, I got to just try to determine the balance point on it. Let's see. So the balance point is approximately here. All right, so it's about there. The balance point. So. That means that would be the ideal place to, if you were going to chop something, it would probably be around here. So that's not that good. I would think that an area around here would be a better area to whack something, to have the mass of the blade going through whatever you wanted to chop. So if I take that into consideration, I think that I could turn it into an actual two-handed thing, maybe 2.5-handed, say, right? And let's say I cut it back to about here. You know, so if I did that, then you know you may have a little bit more room there. The handle's a little wide. It's a little awkward to hold, but you know the handguard's kind of nice. I haven't tried doing anything with it. The blade is it appears to be kind of almost convex. You can tell by the reflection. It's a pretty steep angle on the bevel there, but to my eye, I would think that this is almost slightly convex. It might have just been a flaw of how they happened to sharpen this one. Let's see if it comes up. But you see how the reflection changes as it goes from the edge of the black here towards the tip. I would think that if it was a flat edge, you know, you'd have that reflection a little different. So let's see if it looks any different on this side. But either way, I'm intending to reprofile this, and I'm going to have to get either a file. Also, I don't think this is that great of an idea. I may want to round this off over here, and the machining of this is pretty shitty, to tell you the truth. If you look at the I don't know if it's going to come in or not, but the it's not that flat. It's like it's a little. It looks like it was put like it was cut out of a stamp, you know, and the stamp looked like it probably needed to be cleaned or something to make it nice. But I think it has some potential, you know. So what I may do is I'm going to get some, you know, I got some clamps and stuff, you know, and I'll, at some point, I don't know if I'll make a video of it or not, but I'm going to, I saw Coltrane had done a video where he had kind of clamped it in and then used the file to go along, and then, you know, he convexed it, and he you know, he made flat on the top, and then he convexed the edge here, but then he made this like a steeper Scandi grind for, you know, using it like a draw knife and stuff like that. I mean, I don't do that much brush clearing anyway, so I probably don't have really a need for that. But you know, I figure it was like $30 or so, you know, and since I don't have a sword, I have a bokan, which is just, you know, a wooden practice sword. I've always wanted to have a sword, but you know, I never could afford it. I did have like a cheap $20 sword when I initially was getting into this stuff years and years ago, but it was just garbage, you know. First time I hit it with a tree, it ended up cracking the handle and stuff like that. Also, these pins here that go through here, they're not adjustable. It just looks like they were peened in, so you can't disassemble that if you wanted to. I don't even know if you could if you wanted to. So I would imagine that the steel of this probably goes at least to here. I doubt that it goes much further than that. So, I mean, it's got to stop a little bit after that, I would think. But overall, it's, you know, for $30, you know, I figure even if worst came to worse, you know, for $30, I have a baseball bat next to my bed. You know, if I kind of get this thing kind of sharp and kind of a little tactical, you know, if someone breaks in, you know, I could have them kill me with this a little easier than killing me with the baseball bat. So, you know, also, you know, for home, you know, defense against zombies, you know, which may, you know, you never know, may happen. You know, Japan, you know, get those nuclear reactors going off and stuff like that. You know, there's going to be some mutations going on, so you never know who's going to turn into a zombie. You know, so I figured, what the hell, it's good to have something. You know, it can't hurt. So that's my basic impression of it. The metal itself, like the grain, you know, this seems like it's just a, you know, there's like some machining marks in it and stuff like that. You know, this is not obviously a high quality thing. For $30, what do you expect? You know, I guess the camera's not going to be able to pick up the rough edge on here. You know, it seems like it's a little higher on this side than it is on this side, on the back spine. But it's much worse over here, actually, near the tip on this drop point down here. there's actually like a little bit of a bubble around over here. So it's like this side is like quite a bit higher than this side. So it was like some kind of a stamp machine that made this, and let's see if you can see the tip there. It's gonna come in. That's garbage. I mean, for $30, what do you want? But it's a little too big for the hand, and my hands are pretty big. I got a large hand. It's not extra large. I don't have monster hands, but I mean, my pinky can't go all the way around it. So if I did modify this handle a little bit, maybe near this end, it's a little bit more comfortable. Let's see. So maybe if it was around that size, let's get the tip of the pinky towards the center of the handle itself. I think that would be more of a balance. And I know that the pinky is important for shit. That's my sister. That's the pinkies. The pinky is good for balance for sword guys, But I'm not a sword guy necessarily. I don't even know if I want to be a sword guy. But I wouldn't mind, hacking the head off of a zombie or something like that, or somebody's radioactive or something. So it's good to have. All right, so this is the Cold Steel two-handed Katana Machete, made in South Africa. All right, so seems pretty solid though. Other than that, like there's no wobble with it. I have no idea what the steel is, but just see there is a little bit of springiness to the steel. You would think with this kind of a thinness, it's not the thickest thing. It's a machete blade. Maybe a little better quality than the average like cheap machete. But it's not bad. You see, now you can see that texture I was talking about. I figured I would just try to. I mean, that guy, Black Forest Ghost, he did a nice job of reprofiling his, and he almost gave it like a mirror's polish on his bevel. If I could try to mimic that, I think I'd be happy with it. And I'll get this stupid sticker off. Let's see. Alright, so this is Trader Joe's and initial impressions of the Cold Steel two-handed machete. 1, 2, 3, four-handed machete. Stupid fucking thing. Alright, so Trader Joe's, enjoy, and have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the other side.